Let's have a frank conversation. Are you watching this video because you want to know how to improve your public speaking and your communication skills? If you are, in this video, I'll be sharing 10 tips to help you improve your public speaking game. If you haven't subscribed yet, then hit that subscribe button to get notified every single time that I post a new video that helps you move towards becoming the next best version of yourself, so that you can advance in your career or your business. Over the last 12 months, I've helped graduate entrepreneurs and small business owners reconnect with their audience. And I'm excited to help you and your communication paralysis. When I was just starting out in business, I really wished someone walked through my front door and said, "Hey, let me attach this understanding to all of your skills. Let me just show you what your blind spots are, what you don't know, so that you can add that to what you do know." If someone had done that in 2016, it would not have taken me another 5 years to figure out how to speak and communicate more effectively. Listen, there's enough doom and gloom in the world to leave your audience feeling stressed, worried, or uninspired. And I'm not encouraging you to paint a fake picture. What I am encouraging you to do is to find something positive to talk about. Whenever you speak, be it over email or in person, I'd like to invite you to use a positive example or a positive viewpoint that you can share with your audience. Having a positive viewpoint and then sharing it is great. But do you want to know what's even greater? Having a positive viewpoint that is crystal clear. A great speech or a great conversation doesn't dwell on all the positive viewpoints in too much detail. You can touch on and acknowledge the competing points of views, but you don't have to dive deep. If you have a presentation coming up, I'd like to invite you to stay focused. Be willing to send out a clear message and then take a stand for what you actually believe in. When you send out a clear message, you often have one main objective for your speech or your conversation. Having one main objective helps you ensure that every subpoint or every example supports or reinforces the main point that you're addressing. At the end of the day, you want to leave your audience with clarity, not confusion. One of the best kept public speaking secrets out there is telling your truth. Not the truth that will get you likes or the truth that you think your audience wants to hear. I mean, really sharing your truth. Being vulnerable in a speech, on social media, or whenever you're having a conversation is not easy. But it is in your vulnerability that your audience feels like you are climbing up the mountain with them. Your vulnerability allows your audience to feel like you're both playing on the same team. That right there just hit home. Because whenever I wanted to be more vulnerable, I felt consumed by the thought of, what if someone found out that it took me 5 years to muster up the courage to be a public speaker? What if someone knew that this is my second attempt at recording this YouTube video? I would be considered unworthy. What if they knew that at one point my accent stopped me from creating this YouTube channel? When we speak, we often have a tendency to share only the polished version of ourselves because we think that they won't like our unpolished view. Has there ever been a time in your life when you chose not to share your truth because you were too afraid of being judged? If you have, let me know in the comments below. Here's one thing I've learned after posting 37 videos on YouTube and delivering hundreds of workshops, both in person and virtually. We often have a tendency to feed our audience with a shovel instead of a spoon. If you say you have 5 tips, present only 5 tips. Whenever we add 3 extra tips under tip number 4, we end up confusing our audience because it's just way too much for them to digest. Have you ever added a tip inside a tip, inside another tip, and then completely lost your audience? Comment below if you have. The most memorable presentations that I've delivered or have watched others deliver were the ones where I felt like the speaker and the audience were both a part of the content creation process. It's easy to ask your audience to raise their hand if they agree and just tick that audience engagement box. But what I found out after training and developing over 2,000 young adults is this: audiences tend to feel most engaged when they are given the space to answer an open-ended question. Responding to a yes or a no is when they actually feel the least engaged. Whenever you decide to engage your audience, be very mindful of your time. Because when you get your audience involved, it's very easy to get sidetracked. It's so easy to run over your assigned time as you rush to add as much value as you can towards the end. Remember this: a presentation, a conversation, or a speech is not meant to provide your audience with every single tool that you have and all the knowledge that you possess. Managing your time is required, but you want to know what's necessary? Using your allocated time to serve your audience. Let me just say that again. Use your allocated time to serve your audience. I didn't say use your allocated time to speak to your audience. I said serve your audience. See, when we're on stage, attending a business conference or delivering a webinar or a workshop, we have a tendency to make it all about us, our experience, our products, our insights. We put so much emphasis on the me that we end up forgetting to include the you. Have you ever found yourself sitting in the audience wondering, what's in it for me? How can I apply what you just shared with me in my own life? If you want to deliver an impactful presentation, I would actually like to invite you to focus on how your insights can empower your audience to take action. You actually stand a much better chance of enjoying your own delivery if you focus on your audience. Don't try too hard to be that speaker that you admire or copy that TEDx talk that you just watched. You are unique, and your best presentations are the ones where you choose to use your own voice, be your own authentic self, and serve your audience. Don't let anyone ever convince you to not be yourself. Don't let anyone stop you from being your authentic self, not even me. Celebrate your improvements and how far you've come in your public speaking and effective communication journey. Any improvement, little or big, is an improvement, so celebrate that. If you need more ideas on how you can spice up your storytelling, sound more authentic, and still be impactful every single time that you speak, then download my free guide below. And be sure to check out this video next on public speaking apps to help you improve your public speaking. You can find links to further resources in the description box below. If you like this video, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, share with a friend, and hit that like button so I can continue making more videos like this just for you. Have an amazing day, and I will see you on the next one.
To book Sell for a keynote or workshop, go to www.sellamard.com/speaking.